Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review, and I've had an haircut as well. Looks much better. Uh, so from Waitrose, I picked this up. Dark Star Brewing Company. I actually thought they'd gone bust, so good to see the beer out there. American Pale Ale, golden and citrusy, 4.7% volume. There is writing on the back, so I will read it. Born underground in the cellar of a Brighton pub, Dark Star is a hobby that got out of control. Fueled by hops and limitless imagination, we escape the orbit of our ordinary on our endless search for out-of-this-world beer. Crisp and citrusy with a signature dry finish, our classic American Pale Ale is brewed with a liberal dose of US hops, Cascade, Chinook and Centennial, a stellar combination. The Triple C as well. So registered office is the Griffin Brewery, Chiswick Lane, South London, and under Asahi Premium Brands. So Asahi, Fuller's owners. So other than that, I know nothing about the brand in that way anyway. I have had Dark Star before. Last one I had, I got it from, I think it was Heaven. So here we go. You can see a lovely golden pour. Nice bit of carbonation going off. Lovely clear pour, white head. Looks the job that does, doesn't it? Got it from Waitrose, and only Waitrose as far as I know. I'm not seeing it anywhere else, so is what it is. Looks the job that does, doesn't it? Let's dive in. Let's have a drink. Yeah, it's got a citrus, malty twang to it. Definitely what you would call a modern traditional beer rather than craft. You know, it's not full of in-your-face flavours. It's more subtle. Nice. Oh. Yeah, it's nice to have an haircut. Got home, I've been looking in the mirror the last few days and hated myself. And got home tonight, thought, right, haircut. Got in the garden. Got the wife to come out, just straighten things up as you do. Job's a good one. You know, it's amazing. And this is for all of us, be it a lady or a gentleman, male or female. A good haircut, good presentation can make you feel so happy. You know, it's amazing how your confidence is boosted by something so daft as an haircut, as a nice looking hair. Sometimes even just a bath, a fresh bath, shower, coming out, putting some nice clean clothes on, makes you feel so much different. It's amazing how little things, and they are little things, can really make you better. I was at work today and the boss, the owner, came. Don't see him very often. He came in, two pots blown over in the wind, came over to me and says, that looks a lot better. And we're talking about the pots, and he says, how are you? And you know something? In a world where we have so much pressure, and so much pressure that's invisible, that no one else sees, for someone to ask you, how are you? And tonight, at the other site, not at the Newark site, I'm missing messages like Wano, so I've set up a WhatsApp group, added the head chef, who's also a good friend, and then we've also added the two other main kitchen people, Amy and Oliver, and straight away she says, make sure you post photos of these greenhouses. And do you know something? For someone to show interest in something you do, whereas nobody else seems, the boss actually does, but seems to show interest, genuine interest. I spot fake a mile off, and I don't do fake. Yeah. If they're fake once, and you know you're talking to them and they're just not interested, it's like, okay, yeah, and you just move on, don't you? But for people to show interest, these little things, little nuggets, little bits of something can make your day. It's the small things in this world where we show that interest. We talk to people. We ask them, how are you? And, you know, be genuine about it. These little things can mean so much in life. And, you know, showing interest, genuine interest, not just because you're trying to Skype for half an hour. You know, there's plenty of that goes off. But people know who the people are who are just there to talk and get away with not doing no work, and the people that are there to show interest, that are genuinely want to know where you're progressing. It's the same with doing beer reviews. I don't literally respond to every beer review, but I know the people that, you know, vocally at least, you know, are there for the channel as part of the community and support the, not just Riley's Beer Reviews, but the wider beer community. And obviously everyone has an opinion. I love opinion. Don't agree with every opinion. Who's gonna? You know, we don't. We've all got an opinion. People don't agree with me. I'm fine with that. You know, at the end of the day, we all have our own opinions, and I'm absolutely bob on with that. If we don't have opinions, and if we don't question people, then when we do wrong, and we all do wrong in life. No one's perfect. No one will ever be perfect. But when we all do wrong, for someone to say something and you to question yourself and maybe rethink what you're doing, that happens to me a lot. I rethink. But that's the person I am, you know. Sometimes I make a decision, I'll think about it, and I'm there and I'm thinking this is wrong, and then somebody will say something, and it'll just confirm what I've already thought myself. And then there'll be other people who've got an opinion, they'll say something, and I'm like, yeah, well, I don't agree with you. But it is what it is. We've all got an opinion. Opinions are valued, you know. If we look at the world in general at the moment, my God, what a shithole of a world we've got. Fucking wars everywhere. It just seems like all the idiots want to die and go to war and kill each other. My family has no part of that. I don't want any of my family being pushed into something because of some arsehole with power who says, right, I want to put you as a conscript, or you go to war and war for the slaughter. Fuck that situation. Not happening. When a lot of the time it's about people with money who want to control, who've got their own destiny. You can see what's happening with Putin. And he wants Russia to be this big thing again. And the Western states, that, you know, East and West and all that rubbish, there are a lot of good and bad in every single state in the world. Just because, like, we live in the West, I don't believe half the crap the government come out with. So, you know, just because, and people shouldn't tar anybody with that brush. There are people from all communities or religions that don't agree with some of the crap they come out with. Why would you listen to a religion that is born 2,000 years ago? For fuck's sakes, 2,000 years ago. What happens these days is there's nothing compared to what happened 2,000 years ago. Yeah, and a lot of these religions, you know, whether they like it or not, need to get away from that old style of thinking. Will they? I don't know. It's up to them, I suppose. But, you know, treating people like doormats and slaves is not the way to go on. But that also goes in jobs. You know, in any job, in any company, you are all doing a worthwhile job. From the person that owns the company to the managers below, to the heads of areas, to the people on the ground floor, the people who serve, the people who clean, the people who do gardening, the people who do painting. Every single person is a part of the jigsaw puzzle. And it's, you know, if you don't realise that, just because you are paid more means absolutely royally fuck all. And I tell this to people all the time. And they say, oh, I'm such and such, head something. And I'm like, doesn't mean anything to me, duck. You work in there, I work outside. We're all as important. And it kind of shrinks them back into being a team player. Aha. Humble. Be humble. Anyway, slight deviation there. We're going down Ragged's Tangent Avenue there. But you know, in this world, is it not? Should we not be saying to people, be humble? Yes. You know, you get these people who drive around in posh cars. Oh, I'm a millionaire, and they look down on you. And it's like, who the fuck are you looking down on? I work really hard. Yeah, I don't give a shit what you do. And you know, and you can shrink people back to what they are. And you know, and I've had it when I worked on the Arboretum. You get people who come in with their stuck up, and you can hear it in their voice, and they're really stuck up. Oh, are you a gardener? Or are you just a helper? And I'm like, I'm a gardener, duck. But even every gardener doesn't know everything. Yeah, but I'll know more than you ever will. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the beer. The 3 C's. Could you imagine me on a TV programme where people start something, interviewing them, and I just turn around and say, yeah, but who are you? And they turn around and say, I'm this big star. And I'm like, yeah, but really, who are you? And you could absolutely put people in their places, and that to me is the way to be. The people that are big-headed and that, put them in their place. The people that are humble, that know that that everything's a game. Everything in life is a game. We are born, we live a young life, we live a middle-aged life, and we live an elder life. And, you know, we must give off love and all this. And you get some that are so up their own arses, and it's like, but really, you're going to die. And at the end of the day, you may or may not be remembered. But do good. Be good. You know, when you see all these people with millions and millions that squirrel it away, and in the end, the government probably takes most of it. And it's like, you could have done good. You could have done much more, you know. And if you can, you bloody should. We all do a little bit. If you can do what we can in our means, it's a good thing. You know, by seeing someone who's homeless, genuinely homeless, not some of these that make out they're homeless and they're not. You know, they're there, and you can tell the real ones. And, you know, just walking past them. I was at a pub last year, Sir John Belay's Warren. I think it might have been earlier this year, actually. Outside, there's a bloke there, you know, I could tell by his demeanour, his clothes, he was talking to people outside. And, you know, I went inside, we was at the bar, and I seen him, and and I don't do that often. One, because I've not got a load of money myself. And I seen him outside, and I thought, do you know something? Can I have a pint of that? And I went out, handed him the pint. Didn't do it for thanks, didn't do it for anything. You know, I wanted to give him a pint, you know, make him feel happy for 5 minutes. And I walked back inside and drank my beer. You know, I didn't see him again. And the bloke outside said something, you know, and he may have been scrounging a bit. I don't know. You know, it is what it is. But I didn't do it for that reason. I didn't do it for any reason whatsoever. I just seen him. I thought, there's a time when I can, and I did. You know. Oh, fucking hell, I'm on the right thing here. This is one of those reviews where I've gone off on a tangent. I need to get back on the beer review. I do apologise for anybody who thinks, fucking hell, he's really preaching tonight. I ain't a preacher, but I do believe in doing good, you know, where you can. If we've got the ability to, and people who've been lucky in life and chosen the right job, chosen the right path, maybe not had kids, because most of the people who haven't had kids are the ones that have been rich because they've been able to scribble the money away and do things and do that. But you know, in life, money's not the thing. You know, our happiness is the thing. You know, being happy in whatever job you do. You know, don't have to be a millionaire fucking company boss to have a happy life. No. You can be somebody like a gardener who works and does the best he can to change and improve 2 sites and other people's gardens, literally about 12 gardens these days. You can do this, you know, it's what you get out of that. And these little things you get out of things, they're what matters. Friendship matters. Families, you're born into a family. You are born into that family. Then family can be a good or a bad family. Obviously, it all depends on the family. But your friends, we are very lucky that we've got some very good friends who are genuinely good people. That's why we go on holiday with them. Oh, anyway, nice citrusy beer, 17 minutes. Fucking hell. A rattle there. It was one of them times where I had a rattle, a good rattle, a proper Raggy Avenue tangent filled rattle. But what you take from that is the fact that it's not me preaching, it's me saying that we can be good people, you know, and sometimes you have to look at yourself in the mirror. And I do this every single day of my life. I look at myself and I judge myself. I never need anybody to tell me that maybe you drink too much, maybe you stress and worry too much. I do that. I judge myself. But I also, you know, the little bits of goodness that people, those seeds that people send to me, that just that seed of niceness makes such a difference. So would I drink this again? Not for me. No. It was a decent enough beer, but yeah, it was nice enough. It's not something I'd go for again, is what it is. There's a hell of a lot of beers like that. 99.9% of those beers are like that. So, you know, you can understand where I'm coming from. It was golden. There was a bit of citrus. It was easy drinking. Very much a modern traditional beer. Out of 5, for me, a good 4.0 out of 5. But good to see Dark Star Brewing out there in Waitrose. And a very different review. Thank you for watching. Cheers.